Specifically, by the middle of the decade, Daimler plans to launch 3 new electric-only platforms, designed for maximum flexibility and able to underpin a variety of vehicles. The MB.EA architecture is slated to serve as a platform for all medium to large passenger cars, while the AMG.EA platform will be destined for performance models from Mercedes-AMG. The VAN.EA platform, also due in 2025, will underpin commercial vans and passenger vans alike. To enact this strategy, Mercedes plans to ramp up EV research and development, aiming to invest more than €40 billion $47 billion between 2022 and 2030, thanks to early investments into flexible manufacturing and the state-of-the-art MO360 production system. Mercedes-Benz can mass-produce BEVs already today. As soon as next year, 8 Mercedes-Benz electric vehicles will be produced at 7 locations on 3 continents, the automaker notes. Battery production will be a part of Daimler's plans, with the automaker planning to set up 8 gigafactories with its partners, in addition to the 9 plants set aside for building battery systems. The automaker plans to use highly standardized batteries suitable for 90% of Mercedes-Benz passenger cars and vans, but Daimler is also planning for the next generation of batteries that could use silicon-carbon composites in the anode to increase energy density, cutting down charging times and greatly improving range. Speaking of range, next year Mercedes plans to reveal the Vision EQXX concept with a range of more than 1,000 kilometers, or more than 620 miles, offering over 6 miles per kilowatt-hour at highway speeds. A team is working on the concept, including staff from Mercedes-Benz's F1 High Performance Powertrain Division, HPP. The automaker is also working on charging tech, specifically aimed at achieving plug-and-charge capability, allowing EV owners to plug in their vehicles, charge them and unplug them without extra steps for payment processing and authentication. This capability is slated to arrive with the EQS sedan later this year, though Mercedes hasn't mentioned just which public charging stations will support this functionality. Furthermore, Mercedes-Benz is working with Shell on expanding the charging network. Customers will get enhanced access to Shell's recharge network consisting of over 30,000 charge points by 2025 in Europe, China, and North America, including over 10,000 high-power chargers globally, the automaker indicated. Mercedes-Benz is also planning to launch several premium charging sites in Europe, which will offer a bespoke charging experience with top-notch facilities. Still, Daimler is leaving itself some room to maneuver, hedging its plans to offer only EVs by the decade's end. Mercedes-Benz will be ready to go all-electric at the end of the decade, where market conditions allow, the automaker noted. Among other things, this suggests a heavier focus on luxury models, and perhaps a narrower focus on wealthier markets where EV adoption is likely to actually materialize. Plans to introduce only new battery electric platforms starting in 2025 are not far on the horizon by any metric, but Mercedes sells cars in a lot of markets where EV adoption rates are below 1% at the moment. Therefore, it's difficult to square some of these EV-only aspirations with the realities on the ground in countries that almost border Germany, for starters, and tend to buy a greater variety of Mercedes models than are offered here in the US. Daimler's, where market conditions allow, hedge can be interpreted to refer only to EV-heavy regions even within a given country, which could include a regional market like Northern California, but not necessarily Central Indiana. So Mercedes can say that it is getting ready to go all electric, but not in very localized pockets where EV adoption rates lag severely. Likewise, this plan does not preclude older gas engine platforms from being used indefinitely into the future, in those markets where the EV share is minimal and expected to remain minimal. Similarly, the automaker's margin targets are also dependent on soaring levels of EV adoption. Last year's targets were based on the assumption of selling 25% hybrid and electric vehicles by 2025. Today's reiteration is based on an assumed xEV share of up to 50% by 2025 and a market scenario for new car sales which in essence has switched to fully electric by the end of the decade. The automaker noted, this sounds like a pretty significant hedge when it comes to profit margins, if not the entire business plan altogether. And it's certainly inescapable that plans aimed at 9 years in the future will hinge on some current assumptions about EV adoption rates in the coming years. For now, we are not quite seeing them exhibit the growth needed to achieve that market scenario that Daimler needs to materialize by 2030, a future that's fully electric. Lest we forget, the automotive industry in 2010 had similar forecasts about cars in 2020. The EV shift is picking up speed, especially in the luxury segment, where Mercedes-Benz belongs. The tipping point is getting closer and we will be ready as markets switch to electric only by the end of this decade, said Ola Källenius, CEO of Daimler AG and Mercedes-Benz AG. This step marks a profound reallocation of capital. By managing this faster transformation while safeguarding our profitability targets, we will ensure the enduring success of Mercedes-Benz. Thanks to our highly qualified and motivated workforce, I am convinced that we will be successful in this exciting new era.